Hey guys. Okay, these are two of my stories of something that is very relatable, I'm sure, for most women, if not all, and some men. My own Me Too moments. There are plenty of other stories, but these are two of the ones I've picked to tell so far. I was working at a large building and I had a female counterpart in my department, and then we had three males and one male boss. This male boss, during our manager type meetings where we discussed what had happened the week before and what's coming up the next week, while we met in his office, all of us, he would play and have on his computer screen porno videos. It was completely shocking and distracting and horrible. And the woman and I'm still friends with her. She's a beautiful human, very sweet, very deeply ingrained in her Christian beliefs, which I get, and I am too. I just think it was very difficult for her. We would just sit there, and we didn't feel like we could say much. We had all these men around us, and they made it very clear that we were very lucky to have the jobs that we did. And yeah, so they would just play these videos. The other men never said anything, never stuck up for us. In fact, everyone made it very known that, like I said, that we were lucky, we were treated differently and not in the good feminine way. No one held our doors open. The female and I, were given very rude and unkind and teasing nicknames. It was horrible. It was disgusting. No one ever did anything about it. So that made that job situation very uncomfortable most of the time. The second story is I was working on a TV show, and there was a very famous person on the show, and he is still in television. And he, at the time, had this one show. I worked on that show. He had another show that he worked on. And during work, it was great. Everyone got along. It was a fun show to work on. Him and I would talk. He talked to everybody. And he knew that eventually I was hoping to go in a certain direction in the television industry. So one day he approached me and said, "Hey, why don't you come to my other show, and you can ask as many questions as you'd like. You can see how that production is done. It'll be a great opportunity, a great learning opportunity. You will meet people. It's going to be great for you." And I was like, you know what? That's the best thing ever. Of course I'll come. I can only see positive coming from this. So I went super excited, super eager, thinking everything was going to change for me. So we go on set. I watch everything go down. He's right. He was absolutely right. I was able to ask lots of questions. I saw how another production was done. I met every single person there. Felt like I was really clicking with people. I thought, this is great. This is really going to change my life. So there was a break. We went back to his office, and we were just sort of talking about the production and whatever. And I notice him writing, and then he folds up this little piece of paper like 4 times, and he hands it to me. So I unwrap it, look at it, look at him, look at it, look at him, like, are you kidding me with what this says? And what it said was, "Can I have a BJ?" But I'll be honest, he didn't say BJ. He wrote the actual phrase. I just don't feel comfortable saying that because my children are going to be watching this maybe at some point, and it's just as uncomfortable. So, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I immediately say, I can't, no, what? Shocked, but I'm stunned, and I don't know what to do. I am very young. I have no experience with something like this. I'm really hoping that this was going to lead to something for my career, and I didn't know how to escape in that way. Not that he was holding me there, but I didn't know how to get out of his office and run through the different halls and the sets and what kind of scene was I going to make. It was mortifying. I was scared, embarrassed, shocked, knew that it was going to not be good for me since I said no. And it wasn't. I went back to my show the next day, and he completely changed his attitude towards me. He wasn't really nice to me anymore. I think I wasn't able to be involved with as many aspects of that show as I had been. I certainly wasn't put on more shows with some of the higher ups in that show. I'm sure he mentioned to them, not the incident, but that, he had an issue with me of some sort. And it really was terrible. It really changed everything. I know it impacted me, but I'm glad I didn't, yuck. He was old. Not that I think about you old guys. I love you too. So yeah, that kind of sucked. And no, I'm not going to say the name of this guy either. He kind of would deserve it, I think, a long time ago, but it's been damn near 30 years. Time has passed. Hopefully he's grown up a bit and grown out of that behavior, and no need to be dragging him in. That woke community, dang, they love stuff like this, and I'm just not going to give them any ammunition. Sorry. One day, if you know me, I might tell you. Anyway, those are my stories. I'm not making light of it. I think they were horrible. I think that happens all the time. It sucks. Us women, we just definitely have to have a lot of strength in us, I know. All right. I want to thank you. Please subscribe, watch, share, like, comment. I would love to hear some of your Me Too moments also. We have to stick together and just know that it happens. It's not supposed to. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. I'll check in with you soon. Okay.